We live. What's up? I'm playing Bretonnia today. Tryharding. Maybe also use some grails. Some people want to see some cool flying action. I'm pretty bad with the Royal Pegasus Knights, but I should try them. They got the damage resist, scales really well with something like Flesh to Stone. Dozer, hello. Kaiser Wilhelm. Odyssey, hello. Peasant Mob maxing. We'll see. I do think I will be trying out some big man tide action. Probably get Ulrich Wall to start. Woo! Alright. Yo. Alright. Ulrich Wall is the spicy first opponent. And they're counter picking. Alright, this is gonna be it's gonna be a tough day. It's gonna be a nice early start of pain and suffering. Let's do it. Should be interesting. We'll see what the counter pick we get. I think we'll get the Slanesh Death Blob. Suffered too much to main died last stream, now you joined them. Like, as long as I'm not Demons of Chaos, I can actually use my cavalry to clear infantry. I don't know what happened to Fleshhounds. They used to be god tier. How the mighty have fallen. Yeah, no demons today. I do think I'll go back to them later, though. Alright, Ulrich. Face me. What are they going to be counterpicking with? Blood Crushers. Yes, true. Could have gotten massive Blood Crushers. If only they weren't so good at dying, man. Yeah, Fleshhounds have been bad since, like, really early on, because it used to be a mega staple of Khorne's faction. It's unfortunate. Oh boy. Grand Cathay versus Bretonnia? Oh. Okay. Lizardmen and Norska. Oof. I'll go versus Norska. Bearmen are price changed here. So that's not too bad. I think, yeah, Bearmen are changed, Dreadmaws nerfed, Chimera's nerfed. Norska is hella debuffed, so Bretonnia might actually be sick. Let me see. You want the Fleshhound to be lore accurate? Really big and really tough to take down. Yeah, that does not describe the in-game Fleshhounds at all, does it? Olegwald did not want me to pick Norska, apparently. Yeah, that's good. That's pretty solid. Let's get our build. So, Norska is a matchup where Royal Pegasus Knights can be useful. It helps with the routing off of the units. The leadership is not too intense, which opens up even more opportunities. I'll just need, let's see here, on Cursed Oasis. That's a fairly big map. What's not to love? Maybe this will be sick. Maybe this will be the easiest game of my entire life. Maybe. Let's see. What do I need? This is okay, I guess. It's okay. You gotta be careful about the Dreadmaw. Just massacring your poor trebuchets and the like. Dreadmaw is very tough to chase down. There's a little bit of an issue there. Grail Knights or Grail Gargs? Questing Knights. So many knights. Knights abound. Knights everywhere. Let's see. So, man, if you couldn't tell, I'm very much so not looking forward to facing Norska. Although, like, everyone says this is actually quite good for Bretonnia, I'm just not great at it. Bretonnia is still a little bit of a strange faction to me. They're definitely good, though. I think if I, as long as I micro properly, I'll be okay. Hey, what's up? We got Twitch chat in the house. Yo, anyone here ready for 40k? I am so ready to play Total War 40k. The excitement of just a new game. Unless CA dropped just the most bomb Nagash DLC ever. But yeah. Okay, here's the thing though, right? Will 40k be more or less polished than Warhammer? Because they'll be getting more updates and the like. They'll be getting a lot more updates. But that doesn't exactly solve everything, does it? Because it's still a new game. It's still a new game. The jank, it comes for us all. Alright, I think I'm just gonna have to settle for this. It's a weird composition, but you know what? Why not? Actually, let's do this. Let's my banner. Yo, is it like hella laggy? What's going on? What is going on? My banner's not changing. There we go. That's weird. Where's the name Anticity come from? I made it up. Changed my name from Melmo. Oh man, greatest decision of my life. I'm happy. Happy I did not launch a channel under that. Really? Okay, so you think 40k is going to be polished, but the core gameplay is going to be bad? I think the core gameplay... Like, see, you basically have battles done. Maybe there's some, like, weird stuff with the destructible terrain that they do wrong. But, like, you know, at least the land battle system in these games work pretty well. If it's the same old AI we've been facing for 50 years, though, like... I think that would be the big disappointing moment. Doesn't have anything to do about enticing, no. Common thought, though. I've heard that so many times. Balance at the start will be awful. I'm okay with bad balance at the start. Like StarCraft 2, when it came out, had pretty janky balance. But the novelty will carry it, and then once the meta settles, then it's pretty easy to just balance against the meta. It's not too bad, and then with modding we can balance it ourselves if we really want to. Hopefully they'll fix the gate bug. If 40k has vanilla gates, I will actually just flip the table, man. They need to just get rid of gates entirely. I think the game would be better if there were no gates. In fact, screw the walls, man. Screw the gates and the walls. People barely use the gates, walls, or towers. Like, all of these siege defense, like, things are just really bad at being good at siege defense. Nothing is better than just a vanilla choke point. Remove sieges entirely. How about a flat map with maybe some trees sprinkled around? Yeah, I think sieges in Warhammer Total War have never really been that good. We don't know how they're gonna do it for 40k. Visually, I'm sure it'll be great, but design-wise, we'll have to see. What is this? Got a weird spam bot message in my Twitch chat. Got him. Total War on console seems like a recipe for disaster. Seems like a recipe for maybe dedicated servers, but I don't think they're gonna do it. I think dedicated servers are... It's just, it's gonna be too much work, right? They did try to push multiplayer for Warhammer 3 in campaign, but it never really caught on, right? So if they go for it again, maybe they'll try something revolutionary, but I don't know, man. Yeah, artillery on walls and such would be great. I think, you know, the fact that only infantry can interact with sieges in a meaningful way is bad design. Ready, good luck, have fun. I got 10 units in the dream. We got the flesh to stone. This lady has a magic resist aura, so she can keep these Pegasus Knights from dying to like a Buna or something. It still hurts, but they're not gonna insta-die because they also have the blessing of the lady. So it's 25% less damage from Buna. You can't ban bots anymore? Is it because I VIP'd you? Do I have to mod you again? Well, you can only have VIP or mod. You earn the VIP from winning the tournament, though. All right, all the girls ready. Let's take a look. It's a transmuter lord. Let's go. Pegasus Knights for the win. All right, so they'll have a good time. They'll be pretty happy about that one.
We have a victory point. Keep it from the foe.
There's not much you can do about this. I think skirms are the way here. So Pegasus Knights are great because they can just rear charge whatevs. He goes with a Bearman tie despite the price change. It's kind of wild. Kind of crazy. Sure. Gonna get a solid early triple cap. And then we're just gonna start shooting these guys. Now what is your counter, good sir? Some skirms. Fine by me. Gotta be a little careful about them. They can hurt. But yeah, they ain't too bad. They ain't too bad. Okay, I need to get this skirmish game going, though. There's no way he decides to commit to this fight. Not with the Royal Pegasus Knights here. Just gonna... Oh! They didn't shoot at Alberic. Crazy. Gotta be a little careful with Alberic. Those skirmishers are about to get a nasty volley on his face. Dodge it, Alberic. Dodge it. Yeah, let's go. Hey, the double dodge. Huge. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. Let's see if we can bait these doggos into the Pegasus Knights. Very good. Big deeps. I was a little late on that. The Pegasus Knights are getting massacred. Oh, pretty good route. Maybe they do all right. I have to be real careful about this fight, though. He should have just spent all his money at least. And the Yeomen are not bad here. I just need my Pegasus Knights to escape. Okay, big rout of the Kurgans. Very nice. Okay, I just need a safe disengage then. Just a clean disengage. And a chasing off of these fools. Then I think we're okay. That was not bad. That was a nice clinical, very clinical strike. I have to be careful though, my reinforcements are a little behind. It seems like this should go okay. Pegasus Knights is still alive. Lots of deeps on those second wave of Kurgans. Very, very nice. Those ones are down. Huge. Okay, and I am deep in the enemy lines, but he did just spend all of his money. He should not be able to come back in here and cause too much trouble. We did some pretty good routing, and I can just regroup and heal up now. I would say this is actually quite good for me. It's actually pretty decent. Whoops, gotta get a better heal angle. There we go. Very good. Alright. I'd say this is solid. We're gonna be able to chase off these guys. He can't summon right on top of me. Not yet, because I have too many dudes. We're about to get more flyers, maybe? More flyers is not bad. Should be able to even start cycle charging here. I think I do want more Pegasus Knights. I just have to be careful not to engage this because he'll summon right behind me. And then I will be in a very bad situation. This is kind of fine though. I just need to keep grouping up, keep healing. Just take my time. Searing Doom's gonna hit some UMN, but they are just UMN, it's all goodies. There's another big heal. We gotta heal maximize here. If you wanna do well. Gotta be a little careful about these here Fimir though. If I can kill them off though, that would be sick. I really just need the one terror out. So this is bait. He has more, yes, he definitely has more summons. Whoopsie daisies. There you go. That should be a terror out on the Fimir. Very good. Very good. So I can just escort them off the battlefield. Or just kill them. Very nice pick over there. And with these Pegasus Knights, you can't engage with the Skin Wolves. It's simply too risky. As they'll just immediately die. As seen, pictured here. Especially with Alberic on the job. I doubt those... Oh my goodness. Holy moly, the Royal Pegs are sick. Oh crap, do I have... Oh yes, I have the caster here. That means I got spell resist. Oh, huge. Your final transportation means nothing to me, good sir. Okay, maybe it means a little bit, but... Mostly, it ain't too bad. Dang, these Royal Pegasus Knights are crazy sauce. They kind of cook, don't they? And now here goes his Lord. Anticity actually babysitting his cavalry for once. Truly insane. Now if I can kill this guy, that'd be immense. I don't know if I do though. Alberic's gonna have to be a little careful. I'm gonna save these Pegasus Knights with a rear charge. Have to be careful not to overcommit here to a bad fight. But this should be relatively okay. We got the rear charge. We got the counter surround. He's gonna get some good routes though. Have to be real careful that this doesn't go extremely south, but Alberic does provide anti-large. He is a menace that way. It's kind of a mosh pit, which I don't know if it benefits me or is bad. I know Alberic definitely helps. Yeah, nah, Alberic's just too much of a Chad. The guy's indestructible. Alberic does not know defeat. Jeez, and we got the Lord routed. Oh my goodness. Very nice. Very nice. No amount of Ice Doggo is gonna help you here. These Pegasus Knights are too good. They're anti-large. Insane. I just need to make sure I don't get stuck too hard here. I keep bullying that lord of his, I'm happy. I do think I basically win on a 1-cap too, so I have lots of time. This is a true Bretonian redemption, isn't it? Now obviously this is nerfed Norska for the mod. Did this lord die? I didn't even see him go. I don't see him around though, so I guess maybe he did. Kind of crazy, did not expect him to die so quickly. But yeah, there you go. Crazy, crazy match. I can't believe it. Bretonnia has never felt so strong. GG.
Unending glory is yours.
Very nice. Not bad. Pegasus Knights cooked. 2100, 1245. Still had enough fight in them to keep going. Femur Great Weapons got massacred. So he went for the Great Weapon Bearman. So he wasn't playing with the shielded ones that got nerfed. Did have a reserve dread mob, but that wasn't problematic. And the Kurgans just got thumped. Just absolutely annihilated. The Kurgans had no shot. Crazy. Crazy, man. Dude, that's sick. Am I a Bretonnia main now? I'm up against Maximilian there next. On the Changers Madhouse. Alright. Just got here. Has this entire Tryhard series been using my balance mod? Not the whole series. I think only the last couple streams. The last few streams. Enjoy watching these Tryhard sessions so much. Awesome, man. Yo, it's nice. Because once I'm done the series, anyone could get a rough idea of how to play every faction. Just have to watch 24 streams. It's just like what? 100 hours of content? Hey, Maximilianaire. It's like the minus 200 gold on the Terrorgeist is so good. I knew he'd like it. I knew it. I put it in just for him. Yes, wait, is he playing? He is playing Vampire Counts. Oh. Ooh. Oh no. We made Maximilianaire happy. Oh no, we're facing him. Alright, Bretonnia versus Vampire Counts. How do you do? His map's kind of massive, which will help. You think he's gonna bring in the Terrorgeists? He could. He could just take a bunch of Terrorgeists. And then so it's a little awkward for me. Terrorgeist kind of terrible. They're essential to win specific matchups. So like versus Nurgle and the like, you need the goose. That's because Vampire Counts, they it's their only big unit with enough killing power to get the job done. Okay, so I need to be very wary here. Vampire Counts, the thing is the map is massive, so that's obviously good for the mobile playstyles. But yeah, Vampire Counts kind of nasty. Just a little bit nasty. If he goes for the Mantide style, so I'm gonna need something to clear off a Mantide. I'm gonna need enough to kill Crypt Horrors and the like. This has to be unwinnable. Bretonnia versus Vampire Counts in Warhammer 2 was fairly even, I believe, if memory serves. But those were the good old days. Those are the days of ancient times. And nowadays, I think it is not nearly as good for Bretonnia. But unwinnable? Probably not. I think Bretonnia has a decent amount of fight in them. I can get the job done. The thing about Bretonnia is that they do have a lot of pretty good infantry clearing cavalry. I have mounted yeomen for capture weights. The question is, how much do I need? How much infantry clearance shenanigans do I need here? Because if it just goes like just a huge blob of dead units, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. They may very well just go for that huge blob of undead. Could do something like this. This feels okay. Do I have enough capture weight in this build? That's the real question. Vampire counts can be very hard to dislodge. Their infantry are extremely tanky. Only trebuchet build. Maybe I use Grail Guardians, Grail Knights. They're pretty good at clearing the space. Do I want a lot of infantry? Bretonnian infantry are not super great. You know, I think I can just use this giant map to my advantage. I think that's the idea. Look, the map is huge. Is this the matchup for the Fey Enchantress? Fey Enchantress is good generally, but I think Maximilianaire, if he goes... I don't know if he's going to go main tide on this map. Maximilianaire does play to the map. Like, main tide's just a little weak. So if I can, like, read into what he might be building, we could come up with something sick. Wait, you will see some men on horses here. Surprising if true. Hey, Caraftia, what's up? Yo, we need Pope. We need the Pope here, Pope Patty. Want to show him the sick Bretonnian plays. Grail Guardians feel better than Grail Knights against vampire counts. Grail Knights feel like they get bogged down too hard. Yeah, the super high melee defense on the Guardians could do a lot. Oh boy. Bretonnia, no knights except lords challenge. How about just no knights challenge? Fey Enchantress is not a knight. You can go knightless Bretonnia. Alright. Also, yeah, Maximilian is back. It's been like 50 years. Nature is healing. Indeed. Blood crushers. Yo, I think is there an army? Is there a faction that blood crushers only could beat? If you could take an uncapped amount of blood crushers. Maybe dwarves. There's one faction that might suffer. Could be dwarves. Gonna use these guys. Some early capture. I've gone for the paladin. Paladin's pretty hype. He has some cool abilities to make him resistant to the spells that might be chucked out. They might be good against Skaven. What about with their buffed warp grinders? In my balance patch, we did buff warp grinders. Nurgle, maybe? Maybe? Oh boy. I gotta lock in for this one. So I have more Pegasus Knights for full air dominance, and the idea is I'm just gonna kill his reinforcements. This map is actually one of the biggest maps. Actually, yeah, this map's kind of massive. Is it like Black Ark levels of massive? Not quite. Black Ark... I think Black Ark, the actual like capture points are kind of further. I was looking at the Black Ark map the other day. It's pretty crazy. Is that a Banshee? It's a Banshee. Is that a Manfred with the Bunes? Alright. So Manfred's gonna want to Bune my Royals. He's on a horsey. Very terrifying. He's gonna dodge. I hate how you can turn off fire at will and they keep firing. This game does not have the best of controls at times. But alright, so we've seen each other's armies. Manfred does not have anything to disrupt my my little peasant archer, so I think we will just get him out here as fast as we can. Gonna get the intercept squad going. And then Alberic's is gonna crush some face. Alberic does not do magic attacks, but he does do a lot of damage to Manfred. That's for sure. At least he should. You gotta be careful. The guy can take a lot of deeps too. Pretty decent hit at least. Then we're just gonna, okay, double disengage. Wow, look at that. The double disengage. Now what's Manfred gonna do? He's gonna really want to be one of these guys. He's taking a good amount of deeps at least. We have our archers at the ready. They're gonna be fun. Can start bullying these guys. I just gotta make sure he doesn't get the Buna off too soon. Human are doing pretty well for themselves. Almost lost Alberic there in classic. Gotta be very careful he doesn't just get snipped sniped. Whoop. Just a little love tap. Just a little high five to good old Manny. And then the disengage. We're just gonna alley-oop. Do it again. Alright, so this is where it's gonna bring in those banshees to maybe get some work done. We have magic attack cavalry though. My archer should be pretty good. I think this is a free zombie. Gotta be really careful about the fight though. Whoop. Huh. Okay, no Buna. Maybe he's saving it for heals. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically just a free zombie unit. This guy might be able to bully Manfred if I'm lucky. Okay. A little bit of a tussle. I'm gonna heal up the boys, and then we're gonna disengage. Because we don't want Manfred to bully me. Run! Run! Alright, nice. Then what we're gonna do is go back up with these guys. Whoop. I gotta get on Manfred, man. If we can kill him, that would be sick. A little bit of a light surround. Can't stay there though. That would be death. I just want to take my time here. Oh, is that a bunch of knights? That's a bunch of knights. Okay. That's pretty wild. Wait, man, he's kind of overextending too. What are you doing over there, son? Okay, gotta be really careful. These blood knights, if they catch me, I could lose everything. Now, if I could catch blood knights, that'd be great. But I don't think they will allow that to happen. Man, he just wants to get the Buna on my on my Pegasus Knights. It makes sense. I got another one though. Pretty excited for that. Now, how long am I gonna let him sit on a double cap? That's the real question. I think we can kill these crypt horrors since I have 2 archers here. And their combined deeps should be pretty nasty. Maybe we get them to crumble or something, I don't know. I gotta kill off these knights at some point. But that's gonna take a little while. If I can kill the horrors, that just reduces the regeneration potential. We see some Karen wraiths that I can bully. Love it. He's gonna need to use his blood knights to save him. But it's gonna be a very sketchy fight if he does decide to go there. These guys do magic damage? They do. Hell yeah. Okay, nice. And we got the heals to counter the Buna. That is fine by me. Looks like they'll be able to make it out just fine. We did kill the units over here. That's good. And the Buna pretty lackluster, honestly, when you have that healing going on. So I'd say that was actually pretty good for me. Because I'm just going to spam heals now. And he's going to have less stuff to throw at my face. One less Buna to worry about. Let's start killing that corpse cart, why don't we? Maybe we kill the Karen Wraiths. There's a big heal. Nice. Yeomen are starting to run out of ammo, but they're still very good for their capture weight potential. How's Manfred doing? Manfred ain't doing too well either. Question is though, am I wearing them down at a fast enough pace? We still got the Blood Knights and such here. My archers are having a pretty fun time, that's for sure. But yeah, I don't know if I want to get stuck in this fight. I think I'd rather keep the Yeoman alive. Alright, what are the Blood Knights up to? They're just chilling, they're just sitting there. Karen Wraiths are just sitting there too. He's just tank maxing it. My archers are gonna use all their ammunition, bro. I'm gonna shoot every single arrow they can. Quite the slow-paced match. If I can get enough knights here, though, to just overwhelm this force, I'm still happy. This be a decent heal. Oh, this might be a sick pick, actually. No, he's gonna summon behind me. I can feel it. I can feel the summon behind coming. I have a lot of knights, though. I just need to not get stuck in a bad position. Now, those guys use all of their ammo. It's pretty funny. And there's not a lot in this pocket. Oh, crap. Stealing my point. He's stealing my point. Okay, well, we're gonna have to kill some crypt ghouls. And while I was distracted, he got a charge on me. Look at this guy. That's gonna be painful. No caster over there to save those knights. These knights are just gonna take the full brunt of that Buna. Unfortunate. Thankfully, I barely hold that point. Which is very much so needed. Gotta be real careful with the Alberic. We'll just try and peel him away real quick. Okay, then we're gonna see some more infantry. That's fine. This is okay. Alberic's gonna take a bit of deeps, but he's gonna live. And if I'm lucky, I can kill off these knights over here. They are a little exposed, especially with those banshees being so far away. He realizes it, pulls away. Very smart. This guy knows how to play undead, turns out. But can I play Bretonnia? Blood Knight Lance is going to be taking massive damage here. Pretty huge amount of deeps, actually. Very nice. Oh, crap. Not again. Not again, Alberic. Dang it, live. He's gonna do his bestest. He needs a heal. Just a tiny heal. Oh no, not the throws. Not the Alberic throws. Oh, my Pegasus Knights won't get into the fight because they're leashed. Can I save him? Is he dead? I think he might just be dead. Dang it. Crap. Yeah, Alberic's is dead. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That may have been a misplay, people. Oh, that's not good. Well, I'm gonna be able to kill off the crypt horrors at least. I guess that's okay. Oh no. Dude, what a misplay. I can't believe it. Okay. These guys get terror routed. They got full routed. Dude, my Pegasus Knights aren't disengaging, bro. It's okay. We don't need no Alberic. A strong, independent Bretonnian. These guys got a dip for sure. These guys got a D-summon. There you go, stealing that point again. With maybe some crypt ghouls. I gotta be very careful. He has a corpse card or something in there. A mortis engine. I didn't even notice it. Ah, crap. Dude, I think if I just had more archers, maybe I could have been okay. Dude, what a flub, though. The Alberic loss for nothing. Ugh. Well, at least I can probably secure this point if I go for the big relocate. So Blood Knights are gonna take some big deeps. Crypt Ghouls are dead. And you know what? I can probably get Alberic back if I'm lucky. So let's just go for that. I don't know how these guys routed. Yeah, just gotta play a little safe over here. We'll be able to secure this point. Let's shoot at the mortis engine, I guess. Okay, summons a corpse cart. Interesting. Well, I am going to get Alberic back at least. There he is. Okay, we got way too much cavalry on this point. I don't know what I'm doing there. Though I kind of need it to secure it. Okay, there we go. And then we're just gonna chuck in the Alberic. I'm gonna need to peel away a couple of these dudes, but if I can get a big enough fight here, it's okay. Now there is a mortis engine, and that's just gonna kill everything if I'm not careful. But I can heal. You get some archers on it, yeah. Dude, that mortis. The mortis is kind of some crazy tech, man. Okay, maybe I can deal with these guys. I think I'm gonna lose because I need multiple points though. And the mortis engine just stops me from getting into the fight. An interesting battle. But yeah, he basically just played super duper cagey. Now, I am going to get Alberic in here at least. And our magic does protect against the mortis. But the problem is, I don't see myself getting these points back anytime soon. Even if Alberic does kill everything here. Am I really gonna get the point back? Come on, Alberic. Crush it. This is, yeah, just a big old mosh pit fight. Alberic is gonna kill it. Dude, if I didn't lose Alberic, though, I could see us maybe winning it. Dang it. UI wasn't clicking properly. Okay, he does kill the mortis. Gonna get some 6 spell casting here. Let's get my caster over here. And we're just gonna try and steal this point. Unfortunately, he is over here getting this one. I can stall him a bit. Hopefully just long enough. I don't think I'm capturing this point though. Dang, dude. Alright. Duo blade. I was hoping he wouldn't go for the main tide. Because the map was kind of big. But it wasn't so big that he couldn't defend his forces. Manfred was pretty interesting. He got hella value. Look up against Hobo Honkers next. Yo. What I could do though, he didn't have any White Kings. Which is pretty interesting. He probably thought that I wasn't going to go for a Mantide. If I did, we actually might have done pretty well. It's not like this army can punch through just a block of Bretonnian infantry. And just supported by a ton of archers. I'd still have to kill Manfred and these 2 Banshees, but that's pretty doable. Pegasus Knights were not bad. But not a perfect situation. Sneaky Crypt Ghouls. Honestly, they were distracting, but they weren't the end of the world. Because we kind of know Maximilian likes to go for him. They did pull away my forces a bit, and they did lead to me mismicroing Alberic, though, but I think you can counterplay the sneaky crypt ghouls. You just have to keep an eye out for them. One Celestial Lake. Oh, and they're Grand Cathay? Oh boy, okay. Grand Cathay. So they have the new Tagadudes. Alright, let's try this. Grand Cathay is, or at least they can be, pretty decent versus Bretonnia. If you are not careful. They have fairly strong flying squads too. Along with a bunch of new lores of magic. Grand Cathay could be an absolute menace here. Oh boy. Let's try this out though. Couple honkers. Rocking it. Grand Cathay's pretty fun. As a faction. Let's see here. What do I want? Probably this. Probably that. Yeah. And then what? Something like this? Okay. I think I have a pretty fun build. Grand Cathay's, I can't rely on my cavalry that much against Grand Cathay because they have a bunch of those pointed spear lions going on right now. They're very annoying. I'm gonna need some cavalry that can fight Jade Lancers and Crowmen alike. That's not too impossible though. I gotta make sure I don't die to balloons. 60 speed balloons. As that is indeed an actual unit now. It's a real unit. It's a real terrifying unit. But Cathay is not impossible to defeat. They bleed like the rest of them. And I think I have my build. All right, let's try it. Alberic loss was for our entertainment. Oh man, bro, the guy got dunked on so hard. Alberic is definitely one of the squishier lords. He's extremely high DPS, but you have to be on point to make sure you don't die. I was hoping he would eventually snipe Manfred, but we could not get there. He might have been better off sniping other units instead. Like, just avoid Manfred. By the way, you guys like my build? I'm gonna use this tree line here to block cannon shots. Look at this magnificence. So, very simple, right? It's just a normal Bretonian build with an extremely high amount of trebuchets, which are the counter to armored units. 9 units? Oh, that's something. Absolute peak. Wait, yo, if they don't have any infantry, that would be kind of spice. Was it the cat stack? We're gonna get kitty catted. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Huh? Celestial Dragon Guard. Ironclaw Warriors. 3? 6? There's no way that's all of their money, bro. Wait. How is that all of their money? We set funds to like ultra low or something? I don't know what's going on. Okay, well, sure. Why not? Apparently, my opponent has figured out a way to spend a lot of money. I guess on average, if it's 1,000 gold per unit average, that's how you get this. And the war drum is kind of expensive. This guy's kind of expensive, so I guess it makes sense. I'm just personally a little surprised because it does feel really small. Anyways, Lewin is a Chad. And he just bashes faces in like no one's business. Did I forget his other ability? He should have a melee defense reducing ability. I think I might have just forgotten it. Just gonna use that, even though I don't know if it's gonna do anything. And we're just gonna hammer him with the artillery pieces. Tail as old as time. Lots of deeps incoming. We're gonna see some peasant horsemen, some crowmen. All right, nothing too crazy. If it's just peasant horsemen, I'm not that worried. I might just save up for the hippogriff knights. You know, I'm just gonna get a volley off here with the archers, but I actually do not want to be committing into this fight, so we're just gonna back it up. Let the slowness of the Celestial Dragon Guard be felt. Lewin does have his healing, so he'll be pretty good here. And yeah, I'm just gonna give up some space. Nothing wrong with that. We're saving up for the Hippogriff Knights because they are absolutely amazing. Got my chain lightnings going. And foot squires are pretty good in general versus this here infantry. I'm not particularly afraid. Especially Celestial Lightning's gonna be hype. You know, I'm just gonna chuck it out. What's it gonna do about it? Nothing, I think. Peasant Horsemen shouldn't be able to intercept here too quickly either. Though it's gonna be a little awkward. I'm gonna need to use this Grail Relique to keep my guys in. Oh, he's gonna go for the guys over there, the archers. Okay. Well, with the Grail Relique and Louis, I think it's fine. The Chain Lightning's doing pretty good for itself. This guy's gonna want to get his Celestial Sweep ability off. You can see he's attempting to embed himself in my infantry. So I think he's gonna activate it now, and then we're just gonna walk past to avoid it. The Celestial Sweep dodge. This is what happens when you play Cathay. You know exactly exactly what they're trying to do. And I actually did get the dodge, which is pretty hilarious. All right, let's get those Hippogriff Knights. Got a little bit of cav here, not a big deal. Let's just brace with these guys. Dude, that was actually sick. Get wrecked. Your Celestial Sweep does nothing to me. There goes those peasants over there. Alberic is crushing it. The guy's a Chad. I mean, Lewin. Alberic's also a Chad, but Lewin is, this is Lewin's day today. Let's kill his peasant horseman. Celestial Sweep is kind of like Dakala's Vortex ability. A lot of damage, but it's definitely dodgeable. Dang, just a big fat route. Okay. What spells does the Claw Speaker have? Shield of Thorns, Earthblood, nothing too crazy. Yeah, I think I'm happy just sitting back here, relaxing, and just shelling him. Taps out. Nice. GG. Not bad. If I win the next one, I'm probably fine for top 4. Also, by the way, I got confirmation from CA. Everyone waiting on DLC keys. I should be getting it tomorrow. So if you do win the raffle today, you should be able to get it. Dude, 0 value on all the spheres. Brutal. And it's max again. Oh no. Oh, all right. The Max Millionaire rematch. Yo, the re. All right. On Altar of the Champion. That's not a great map for Bretonnia. All right. I am second place right now, but Maximillionaire is gonna make this pretty sus. Okay, all right. Let's craft some sick plays here. Okay, how do you beat them? How do you beat them? I think we're gonna try something like this, something crazy. Why not? We're gonna go crazy today. What if I do this? Oh my gosh, dude. Hold up. Hold up. Wait just a darn second. This might actually be hilarious. What if I do this? Oh, all right, I got a build. People, I have a build. It is a glorious build. An unstoppable build. I just need a hope that I don't get wrecked. How do I spend my money? You know, this guy's actually not too bad. This could be amazing. It could be absolutely atrocious. I would not be able to tell you which way this one swings. 10 peasant archers? I'm tempted. 10 might be a little excessive though. I'm gonna need some cavalry too, right? Just a little bit. What, just one Grail Knight? I just noticed I need magic. Almost forgot my magic. That's okay. Do this. Gotta get my caster in. You've done it before? It's probably not too bad, but I wanna try with this pizzazz here. This pretty awesome pizzazz. Dude, this is sick. I'm loving this. I'm loving every single moment of this build creation. What am I even looking at? What am I even looking at? This is crazy. If this works, glory to me. I need this. I need this if I want to get to top 4. Checkerboard with archers and win. Maximilianer is not some kind of basic vampire counts player. You don't just throw out a random strategy. This guy's played this matchup more times than I've played Bretonnia. Rank 7 peasant doom stack. There you go. All right, let's see this. Will we be able to cook with the crazy build? I think maybe. I just need to be able to take a good fight. Now, I did take 10 peasant archers. I took a lot of infantry. I have a Grail Knight. No, Grail Guard. No, Grail Knight in reserve. And I brought your favorite anti-infantry option. The Ponce. And the Green Knight. I'm crazy, man. I'm crazy. But hear me out. What are you supposed to do against this? He's gonna need to break into my lines to get anywhere. But to actually get into my lines, he needs a right proper rush build. And we got our chunky little front line of dudes here. Lots of peasants. We got Raponce for the leadership. We're gonna get some Grail Reliques, and I'm just spamming infantry at the start. Ready, good luck, have fun. If he took the same build, it should be alright. Yeah, it was 10 peasant archer. I'm gonna get the Grail Reliques. We need enough infantry to buffer for these archers. We can't fight right away. If we do, we'll just get run over. But by spamming out so many of these guys, I should be okay. Caster has healing to make sure Ponce doesn't die. Same with the Green Knight. He sees I got 16 units. And he's ready. Alright. What's he got? He's got the... Is it the same build? Nah, he has Vikings. So Vikings is Scabscrath. Unfortunately for him, I have too many dudes to Scabscrath. He sees the Raponce. Oh man, alright. It's his time. Raponce has anti-infantry. She can kill Vikings. Crap, they're on horses. Well, that's unfortunate. It's not the end of the world, though. Let's see here. Yeah, he's gonna have a lot of dudes there, but I think it's okay. Let's just keep spamming the dudes. Just gonna get our massive, massive infantry stack here. Ponce is gonna be sick, I guarantee you. Manny has Wind of Death. Okay, so don't eat a fat Wind of Death to the face, and you'll be okay. Let's start getting the peasants. Ponce is in. I gotta be real careful about the Wind of Death. That can mess me up very badly if I'm not careful. But yeah, I just gotta post up and not get caught in a terrible position. Just keep spamming the dudes. Ponce can capture the far point just fine. And he can't push into this position very comfortably. I just have so many archers, man. You gotta keep your archers moving so that they don't get scab scrapped. If he botches a scab scrap, that's great. Gotta be real careful with Green Knight. Well, we got a nice little nibble there. This ain't too bad. Ponce will capture the points. Nice. And he can't push this. I don't think anyways. Green Knight heals in the trees, by the way. It's pretty cute. I think he wants to get a scab scrap off. So I'll just dodge it. Very good. We got the Beast Slayers of Baston. Gets one scab scrap. Honestly, not the best one, though. Could have been slightly better. Now, is he going to go for a fight? Shall see. The Green Knight is a cooking. He's just chilling there. He gets the Winds of Death. He kills 2 archers. That is pretty rough. I could have done slightly better there. How's the Green Knight doing, though? Green Knight's doing okay. The Ponce got that stat boost. Quickly, lads. Okay, here we go. Beast Slayer's gonna do their bestest. He's going for the big push. We can slow these Karen raids down at least. He tries to dodge it. Doesn't manage. We'll get the heal off. Green Knight's doing pretty well for himself. He is boosted by Raponce's abilities. Okay, and then we're gonna get this guy. He did chuck out a Winds of Death. So I should, in theory, be able to not need to worry about the Bunes. He's kind of worried for Manny, too. Is he gonna get Lord sniped? No, Manny's gonna escape. Good on him. Okay, but can he stop the Cav Core? Cav Core is in. Caster is alive. And this core is not moving in very fast. Green Knight's pretty nasty too. With Raponce's buff, he should be pretty strong. Just get more infantry here. I'm not triple capped either, which is pretty huge. Very nice. He gets another scab scrap. But the Bretonnian archers are going to maybe barely hold. Green Knight just has to be a little careful that he doesn't get murdered. Just gonna run around. He gets another Winds of Death. Kills more archers. Green Knight's a slippery fellow though. Very nice. He should be able to live. If I can kill off these White Kings, I'm happy. Trading wise though, it's kinda close. Green Knight should be well supported though. And once the White Kings are dead, I'm gonna feel a little bit more comfy. Karen rates are definitely taking a lot of deeps. And now he definitely doesn't have a Buna. But the actual raw value trading, it's questionable. Gonna need to get some archers back. Those Winds of Death have been brutal. But at least the Green Knight's still alive. He can save this damsel in distress over here. I gotta desync my archers. Just a little bit. Look at this guy microing. So White King's gonna live. But at least many archers are still alive. Crypt horrors are gone, which is pretty good. My Cav core is certainly strong here. If they stick near Raponce, her buffs will be huge. And he doesn't have anything to shut down these archers on the flanks. They'll be able to get a lot of work done. Come on, Grail Knights. This one's on you. This one's on you to cook. Okay, not too bad. We'll blitz these crypt ghouls real quick. The Green Knight, he is also still alive. Also, very nice. Though, I don't know if the trading is going well enough for me. We'll have to see. This lady's given some good leadership, though. Manny's not looking too healthy, at least. If he's bogged down in enough infantry and we kill him, we just kill him, that would be great. It doesn't look like he's gonna die, though. Big question mark. No, he's gonna make it out. Oh, what a annoying little dude. Well, those Blood Knights are also doing pretty well. I should be able to start spamming infantry here, though. Am I out of magic? No, we still have magic. I don't like how my Beast Slayers are doing, though. It's not too pretty for him. At least we can patch up these fools. I just don't like how long Mainford is staying alive. I can't believe the rogue Mainford is this problematic for me. Maybe we can kill him, though. Maybe he's gonna overextend and get mega charged and just die for me. I think that would be the best case scenario. Wait, yo. Are my blessings heard? Come on. Come on. I don't know if the Green Knight's gonna land enough hits. He's doing his best. Definitely have a lot of archers here. Oh, he lands a hit. He lands a real hit. Yes. Okay, man, he's dead. Now what? All right, so my knights are gonna have to back up. They can't afford to die. I'm going to need to get 1,000,000 peasant archers on these Blood Knights here. I'm going to need to start reclaiming some points. I have a decent amount of dudes. But Bretonnia is far from a fast faction, that's for sure. Far from a fast faction. Unfortunately, my knights do die. My grails. Crap, I needed the grails to kill these Blood Knights, bro. I needed them real bad. Well, at least these skeletons are mostly dead. I should just be able to force path my way onto this point. Then we're going to see what the archers can get done. Unfortunately, it has some dogs on my face. And the Green Knight's gonna die to the Blood Knights. Dang it. I think he got me with the Blood Knights. I don't think there's a way to come back here. Dang it, man. Yeah, this matchup is not very kind. I think the map was a little awkward. The Winds of Death getting so much value was definitely rough. Though, I don't know, maybe if I just spam enough dudes. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. We're gonna pray and hope that we have enough dudes. He barely held Maximilian there, ever the great point player. Raponce, I was hoping you would take some foot White Kings, but the mounted White Kings were actually very problematic. At least maybe I can kill these guys. Ugh. Dude. I was thinking it would go better. He did nail those Winds of Death, though. And yeah, I can't win this late game because I can't clean up the Blood Knights. The Manny kill was okay. It was very alright. Brutal. GG. Well played.
You have been bested. There is only defeat.
Alright, we're gonna see if we can sneak in one more game. Maximilian is crushing it, though. Ugh. Dude. I can't stop feeding Main for the mega value. White Kings are pretty nasty too, as per usual. They were mounted. So it wasn't insane value. The archers did only okay. They were getting disrupted and shot to death. I was hoping that I'd be able to keep it together. Okay, here we go. Yo, I was hoping we'd be able to keep it together, but man, those winds of death. I think if I dodged them and they only killed one archer, that could have been the big swing that I needed. Green Knight was pretty cool. It's a little risky because the White Kings can just murder his face, but yeah. Yeah, I lost 4 archers to the winds. Now, it's still a lot of magic. So, like, he didn't have the Buna for the Grail Knights, but that still wasn't enough for me. I do wonder if I didn't have Grail Knights, and I had more infantry instead, if that would have helped. But alright, one against Chaos Dwarves. Cursed Oasis. And we're aiming for redemption now. Dang, man, dude. Maximilianer's vampire counts. You really need a... You really need a spec into them properly. Truly a vampire count specialist. All right. All right. Let's see if I can redeem myself. Oh, man, that loss is rough, though. I am still in 4th place, at least. 2 wins, 2 losses. Maximilianer is keeping everyone down. Oh, man. Everyone's MMR is super low because of this guy. He just keeps, wrecking everyone, man. Kicking them back into the pits. Pretty fun. Let's try out this. This Green Knight, yeah, Green Knight does heal in small forests. So he was regenning, which was pretty cool. But it was not enough. Now, when it comes to the Chaos Dwarves, generally speaking, they have a few things that are a little scary. They have artillery, they have the dwarf warriors and the like. They can definitely mess you up. But I do think they have a couple weaknesses. I'm not gonna say it. Don't want to spoil the surprise. But something like this should be pretty decent. Then I'll take a few of these. Oh yeah, they also have the trains. The dwarven trains are really annoying. Very hard to catch. Green Knight is a great solution though. Definitely gets the job done because he also slows them down, makes them a lot less awkward to hit. Then you need something for the warriors, you need something for the hobgoblins and the bull centaurs. And as long as you have all that, it ain't too bad. This is pretty good. Yeah, it's a pretty good loadout. All right, let's do this. I gotta make it to the finals so I can rematch Maximilianer again. There's a good chance he wins this tournament. He's crushing it. 4 games won. Opal Bear and Halidin are facing off. If I win this, I make top 4. So that's pretty comfortable. Bet he's stoked for Nagash. Dude, Maximilianer with the vampire counts change. I just need to cook up the right Bretonnian build. His little hero squad is super annoying, but is not unbeatable. Maybe like an Alberic on a horse can get the job done. I go for horse characters too. We just stick with the ground fight. Alberic Paladin. Like Alberic Paladin's fine, and then you can heal them up. You can have the caster there. Then it's actually being able to fight the tide of undead. I think I should not have so many archers, but Winds of Death is going to do well against infantry styles. What tier would you put Bretonnia in? I'd say counterpick tier. Generally speaking, if they were to face a random faction, I would say they're B tier. Bretonnia has a handful of pretty bad matchups, but they can fight like the rest of them. But the thing is, they're quite good in 3x3 matrix tournaments because they're such a good counterpick. But yeah, it's an interesting faction. It should be fun. So, it is a cav rush, supported by some archers to kill the artillery. Ready, good luck, have fun. We got a Pegasus Alberic, which is a little different. And the idea is, if my opponent decides to go for an anti-infantry build, we just run over any artillery we see. This build will basically insta-win versus too much ranged. And if it's a very heavy infantry build, we just capture the points and then we play a normal game. Should be good. We got some hobgoblins. We got a Zaytan, kind of wild. And a Deathcaster with the Bunes. Bunes, very standard, very normal. A lot of damage on the initial strike there on the hobgoblins. Gonna see some chaos dwarf warriors, very normal. Alberic is alone in the skies. Pegasus Knights would be risky. Gotta be a little careful. Whoa! Wait. I have armor. These are no mere normal knights. I didn't do the unit counting, that's my bad. But yeah, they should just be able to kill these guys. Couple hobgoblins. Not a big issue in the slightest. Alberic can just chuck out his giant wind ability here to just kill him. And we use the caster to keep my knights alive. And Alberic with his rather crazy bonus versus large buffs should be able to massacre these two. Big ol' route. You just gotta trust that your cavalry is amazing in this game. And then we're gonna bring in the Royal Pegasus to help with this fight. Zaytan is scary, but not too bad at the end of the day. Alberic just needs to make sure he doesn't eat the cycle charges too hard. But we can heal him up. He'll be just fine. Alright. Not bad. He got the regrowth, so he ain't dying. And Zaytan is unfortunately a little weak. He's not nearly as strong as you would hope for. Oh, Train has arrived. Okay, so that's a good time to summon the Green Knight. But yeah, and the Spirit Leech means he shouldn't have too much magic. So with all that, the anti-large is just gonna go great. Then we're doing the bullying now. Where you just, yeah, get that full surround on that Lord over there. Get 1,000,000 damage. Alberic's just working them real good. Gets a Spirit Leech off out of desperation. Because he needs to have the magic. And I think if Alberic gets this route, we've won it. But instead he's going to pop the net. And that's not a big deal. He chucks out the net. Alberic is back in disguise. But nothing can kill him. And there goes the caster. There goes Zaytan. That's going to be basically game. This was mostly just because all those skirmishers were way out of position. Dude, that net actually lasts forever though. It is actually, I believe it's the longest lasting net in the entire game. It's quite terrifying. There you go. And then we'll just give Zaytan a big old charge. Green Knight is on that artillery train piece over there. Pegasus Knights getting the work done. Can we kill him though? Is the sorceress gonna need to get the job done? Body block time. Oh, he was trying to attack her to get that charge animation. It's not gonna save him though. Pegasus Alberic is quite terrifying. If you haven't tried Pegasus Alberic before, it's actually very fun. Interesting, and we're gonna have some Infernal Guard here. Can I just straight up fight him? I think I probably do not want to just do that. It seems unnecessarily risky for sure. Instead, I'm just gonna kill the train. We'll give up the middle point, take this one, and then start thinking about how to beat Maximillionaire. What am I supposed to do, people? What's the Maximillionaire counter? Jeez, I hate this leashing so much. Just let the unit die, man. There we go. Finally, they're dead. Which will allow me to actually leave them. Units in this game are extremely loyal. They'll never abandon anyone. Alright, this should do. I'm just gonna use the Green Knight to cook them up. There you go. We have air supremacy. Always wonderful. And then I'm hoping just one big Pegasus Knight charge will get the job done. Should be pretty nasty. Let's get that heal off. Okay, we have some big boys coming in. Though, can I route them off anyways? A little risky, but I can always disengage. I got it. I'm hoping that's enough. Yes! Dude, barely with the leadership routes. Wow. Oh, man. That feels good. When you barely get a unit to route, that is the maximum amount of value you can actually farm. There is nothing more cost efficient than routing off a unit at half HP. Jeez. Glorious. Now I just have to actually escort them off the battlefield, but that's pretty easy. And I think we'll just, yeah, just spam a couple horsies. Get that escorting done. Pegasus Knights did die to the Bull Centaurs, who were cost reduced, by the way. We did have them buffed. And he's probably going to save his guns. Well, I give it a hard maybe. I give it a hard maybe because I do still have this caster over here that can keep him running. Alberic and Green Knight in the thick of things, just where they want to be, except for maybe Alberic. Alberic does not appreciate getting bloody murdered. Oh, look at this. Oh, he's really trying to keep these guys alive. Honestly, it's smart play. But it does mean that his units here, his cavalry is just getting caught up and murdered. So is it very worth? Hard to say. And Alberic, though. Alberic kind of getting massacred. Okay, let's keep those guns routing. I want that value. He may kill the caster, but killing off these guns is more important to me. And it looks like Alberic will barely live. Amazing. Not bad. This was a fun Bretonnia game. I'd say they did positively great. Look at that. Caster even lived. Glorious. A little bit of a sloppy late game, but it's fine. We have the triple cap. I don't think there's any way they can come back. Still want those guns off the battlefield, though. Come on. Get them gone. If the caster just needs to have enough balance of power to keep him running. So if she just hangs out over here for a little bit, I think that's barely enough. Jeez, okay, there we go. The amount of work I had to put in to route him off. It was not worth it in the slightest. Should have just let them live, but I'll take it. GG. Okay, so that's gonna put me in third place with 1,018 MMR, which is like barely any. That's less than if I just won one game at the tournament. In the tournament. Maximillionaire, number 1. Hillidan, number 2. Opal Bear, number 4. Jay. Whew. Alright. Honestly, yeah, just losing these two guys is gonna be the rough part. But, how do I beat Maxi? Guys, tell me, what is the, what's the strat? How do you do? I kind of like the Green Knight. Green Knight was fine. Okay, but then what? Gold Chef on Foot Squires? Dude, the Wind of Death is annoying, bro. I liked having the few archers peppered around with a lot of cav support. That felt okay. They kind of just tanked my arrows. Ogres. As many peasant mobs as you can bring. Just go the full 20 stack. Full 20 stack and then dodge the spell casting. Like, what would it be? I'm just gonna have to dodge Winds of Death. You know, there's not much about it. If you get hit by it, it's kind of done for. So Fey Enchantress good. Fey Enchantress have Chalice Potions. Go Chicken Felix maxing. He's just not gonna fight him though. I think I need a horse hero squad of my own. I could even take the Dollar Splade. I need enough to be able to kill Manfred and 2 Syrenes or Manfred and 2 White Kings. Bare minimum, I need something like that. And then what? Fey Enchantress has a melee attack reduction. Just have to be really on point with the Winds of Death dodging. It's gotta be super on point. I don't think I need that many archers. Like, I think 4 archers is enough. And then just go for, like, the uber chonky front line. And then what? Summon in the Green Knight, maybe? I don't know. Is there like a character strong enough? I did bring up Horse Barrack as a potential option. Horse Barrack is not bad. Still quite expensive, but he gives a whole whack load of buffs. This is just a good amount of infantry. In both games, Maximillionaire did not bring a lot of crazy infantry. And then I just have to be able to beat Blood Knights. At the very least, I'm going to make I'm going to make top 4. And I'm going to face Hillidan first. Maximillionaire likely in the grand finals. Used allied recruitment to get a Dreadquake mortar. I don't even know if that would be good versus them. Because it's not the mass infantry that's killing me. Even those Karen rates were not actually that scary at the end of the day. I thought they were going to be a lot more menacing, but no, they were kind of chill. I do like the idea of having a couple cheap knights to support my guys. I think this feels okay. I'm going to need some magic. I think, you know what? I could skip the archers and get human instead. A human start feels okay. And this way, you can only Wind of Death my infantry. And the humans still have pretty decent damage. The reserve archers are almost untouchable. Caster, though, it has to be life, because Alberic, right? I'm not gonna go King Lewin. Okay, we are up against Hillidan. Yo! Alright. Also, by the way, remember, if you want a chance at a DLC, you just have to submit 2 replays from the tournament. I'll save this one and then we'll loop around back to it. Hero squad with regrowth instead of Earthblood. Regrowth is not bad. It's true. The knights are really good for just cleaning up the chaff. Damsel Lord has Assault of Stone. It's not the infantry that's killing me though. Like, I'd be Assault of Stoning some random skeletons. Not particularly impressive. Oh, they're Kislev. What's the map? Last map is Blasphemous Snowfield, which is okay. Glinty Toofs. Kislev on Glinty Toofs. Alright. Well, Kislev is a little menacing. They have pretty supreme cavalry. Though Knights of the Realm are very good. What else do I have to worry about? Frost Worms. Frost Worms are fine. I'm not that worried about them. This is good. I do think I want at least 2 of these. Maybe 1 in reserve. Kislev can go for infantry styles. They can go for very heavy cav styles too, though. So you just have to be a little careful that you don't get murdered. But if there's one faction that's good at cavalry fights, it is Bretonnia. You just have to make sure hailstorms and the like don't beat you up too bad. So anyone know, do Knights of the Realm do well against Kislev Cav? They don't have the armor piercing. I feel like maybe questing knights are better. They don't have as much armor though. So they might also take a lot of deeps. Maybe I do a mix. Let's get a healthy mix of the 2 units. I kind of like where this is going. This is kind of a weird build. Kind of one of those strange builds, but I will say I do kind of like where this is going. So if I do run into a bunch of infantry, I'm okay. I will need... Yeah, cavalry fight-wise, I'm fine. Infantry's not too bad. Knight of the Realm and try to kill the majority of Kislev with Grail Knights. Grail Knights. Sure, if I can get even a slight cav advantage and 1 Grail Knight out to just be the Annihilator, it's pretty good. Anti-large armor piercing. And there's not a whole lot Kislev can do to kill it. Lil Grom is not super comfortable on this map either. Let's see here. Against, you know, against these guys, it's probably not too bad. Yeah. This feels okay. It feels like only a half-baked build, though. This is not a, this is not complete. And I think that's a problem. How do I finish a build? Is this it? I'm trying to think, like, the late game, how does it play out? Like, if he just has a big infantry ball and he walks up on me. It can't be that bad, right? Capturing back points isn't very difficult here. I'll be fine. Single entity is not very bad. I think it's okay. I almost want the Salt of Stone for the Kislev infantry. Warbear Riders is slightly overtuned? Dude, no one's run Warbear Riders on Kislev ever. I haven't seen them in ages. I don't think I've seen them in general. They're one of those units that's so bad if you run them once, you never run them again. Alright, but how do I beat Maximilianer's undead? How do I do it? Hey, Maximilianer, what's up? Yo, can you help me out? I'm trying to figure out how to beat Maximilianer's undead. I have some ideas, and I think if I play well enough, probably get somewhere close. No, you stay in chat. I think it's funnier this way. Besides, if I can't qualify for my own grand finals. It's better if someone else does. Let's see. Let us see. Like this crypt horrors. If I was playing undead, what would I be worried about? I think I have a rough idea of what I think is pretty decent. When is the grand finals? Before the end of next month. So I'm probably gonna I'm probably gonna go for like 2 more weeks of qualifiers and then 2 weeks of people playing the grand finals. Mass Grail Knights and endless cycle charging. I feel like your build is not bad against that though. If it's like a massive map. Blasphemous Snowfield isn't that big though. And then you got the Crypt Horrors, you got the Mortis. I feel like with enough cycle charging though, or enough shooting, maybe I can wear down the undead enough to get the win. It's like all about that tipping point a lot of the time. I did kind of like the Yeomen last time too. They were not bad. And they also have the capture weight, so you can shoot all the arrows and then defend the home point from Crypt Ghoul backdoors. I think having capture weight is good, but you definitely need some fightiness to do the rest of the job. Battle Pilgrims, mass Battle Pilgrim. Options. I do have a caster, by the way. She's over here. Just a little earth blooder. Do you just have to win to be invited? Yeah. And the way we're going to do the grand final, it's not going to be in one day. It'll be a, you know, it won't be streamed, and I'll probably cast the replays and put it on the second channel. Just to make it as easy as possible for everyone to play, less organizing. And then everyone who qualifies gets to make suggestions for the next balance patch, which we'll go over on stream, and then the viewers can figure out what they feel would be nice to have for the next balance patch. It'll be great. But all right, I gotta lock in. We have a bunch of dudes. Let's have some archers over here. Get juked. Absolutely juked. Boris with the stagger dodge, but not a full dodge. That's an Ulrika. Gotta be a little careful. But immediately, I just want to go for the early triple cap. And then I think because it's mostly infantry, I can just get another trebuchet. It's not like there's a little Grom or anything. Now I just need to buy time for the trebuchets to cook. And then life is chill. Trebuchets are cheaper here. And it makes it where I don't have to go super offensive or anything. The Yeomen are pretty hype. They just have to stay out of range of everything. A little bit of dodging will go a long way. That dodge was suboptimal though. And there's Ulrika. She's doing her best. Just Overall, though, I'm pretty happy about the general state of affairs. It feels like I'm getting a good skirmish value in. I have a ticket lead. My opponent is on the back foot. They need to make a play of some sort. And right now, as it stands, I have a lot of cavalry. These are armored Cossars. Not too bad. Whoop. Fake charge. Didn't actually go for it. And then now I think we just surround Boris and try and get him killed. So I'm going to screen with my skirmishers here. I'm going to bring in the scary cavalry. And then we're just going to hit him with an Alberic to the face. Nice and simple like. Let's get it done. He's gonna want to try and save the guy. Alberic hits very hard though, and he's giving his anti-large bonuses. I think there's gonna be a pit of shades or something coming in soon. There is a pit, yep. So we just pull away with a few of the knights while still blocking Boris, making sure that he doesn't escape. Good thing we saw that one coming. And that's gonna barely damage these knights. They're doing just fine. Very good. Well, this might just be a big flub. Guy is just yeah, he's just losing Boris. Alberic is just menacing the poor guy. Oh, he might escape though. We're gonna need another unit of cav to body block. Can he escape? He's making a run for it. Oh, and he's caught again. Oh, poor Boris. Poor Boris, just absolutely being hunted down. This is good, but it's actually not over quite yet. We still have a lot of cleanup to do, and all these Cossars and the like to murder. But yeah, Boris is dead. The man, the myth, the legend, bogged down by a bunch of Bretonnian peasants. And that's going to be pretty rough. Can we body block Ulrika next? We got a little bit of a body block going. We're going to set up another cav charge to hopefully finish the job. In the meantime, my artillery pieces are just having the time of their lives. And Ulrika may go down next too. In fact, we're going to leadership debuff her. We're going to rout off these armored Cossars with a bit of a rear charge. Or those winged lancers, not a big deal. And then if we do kill her, that would be great. Though the actual process itself is a little awkward. Come on. It's just Alberic, man. It's just Alberic just punching people in the face. Okay, I think we can use some mounted yeomen here to support. Maybe bully them. Alberic is just really good at staying in combat because he gives such crazy buffs. All my cavalry have bonus versus large 1,000,000. So they really don't care about anything. And most cavalry actually don't have very high stats. So a long grind here is kind of perfect. She's going to chuck out one last pit of shades, but the Alberic, the intercontinental Alberic missile, does not care. He just marches forwards and murders. Makes it seem like he's amazing until he's losing a fight and then he gets murdered. The guy is as squishy as he is good at killing. Ooh, the body block again on Ulrika though. Jeez. Pretty brutal. Spearmen having a rough time. And I think we won this one. Barring some very unfortunate circumstances, this is pretty done. Ulrika is dead. And I have a whole whack load of knights. Perfect for the infantry cleanup. I guess there is a Griffin Legion. Dude, Alberic's, he's just killing that. He has 6 kills, but 1,650 value. Oh man, that's funny. He's just going one by one, killing every single character. What a menace, bro. Alright, nice. My trebuchet crews have finished killing off these armored corsairs. Really good. We can surround them archers too. And then I'll use some foot squires to fight the Griffin Legion. That sounds like a terrible idea, but you know what? Maybe it'll work. Very nice though. 7 kills. He has 7 kills and 2,000 value. Crazy, man. That's crazy. Love it. And the Knight charge, the Griffin Legion charge, was not doing too much. You think every unit should cost 50 gold to get one giant mosh pit of a fight? Hey, welcome to Domination on release. You joke, but armies did not die in the old Domination. You could actually just out-summon units. It was truly terrifying. No, my artillery. Yeah, these armored corsairs though. Look at the speed. 19 and 29. The slowest chase the world has ever seen. Oh, there's a glaive ice guard. How interesting. Let's just go finish the job. Alberic still has some pretty sick abilities. You can hit those guys up for the foot squires to get the work done. And then I'll save up. Yeah, the trebuchet's got a lot of work too. I was pretty excited to see that. What are those glaives doing? They're reforming ranks? Does that even count as braced? I don't know. But with the dead Boris, I think the leadership's just gone. There's the Alberic Windblast. The true finisher. The armored corsairs is still running. He's gonna resecure 1 point maybe. Except even that, I don't know if he's gonna get it. Which means, unless Maximilianer loses, it's gonna be Maxi. How terrifying. Ooh. All right, looks like someone needed to step away for a few minutes, so maybe we get to spectate the other side of the bracket. Fun, fun. Ah, nah, they loaded in. It's totally fine. We'll just wait and see then. Also, Boris is back. Alberic, do your thing. The heroic killing blow is also really good on him. For this. It's quite solid. Need Skull Taker. Oh no. Oh man, took me a second. Yo, they did Alberic so dirty in that trailer, man. Does Alberic beat Skull Taker in multiplayer though? I think maybe not, because Skull Taker just hits like a truck and is reasonably tanky. Oh, rocks incoming. Hey, they actually didn't friendly fire too bad. All right, Alberic, you know what to do. There's a damage boost. Beat him up. Yeah, just push him. Push him around, Alberic. I don't even know where he is. Guy looks too generic. There he is. May he hopefully land any amount of hits. Come on. Beat him up. Maybe if I peel a little bit of cavalry, we can buy some space for the guy. There you go. Farm in that valley. 2,400. Is Vampire Coast any good in multiplayer PvP or not really? They're actually one of the top factions. So if you like Coast, yeah, they're pretty good. The thing is though, Gun Coast is not as good. So the only Vampire Coast playstyle that's actually popular right now is kind of the zombie spam coast. It does have some guns, but definitely not the focus. Against shooty builds though, sometimes you see quad mortar. That one's pretty fun. So I would say definitely definitely A tier. Kaladin just enjoying the Alberic beatdowns apparently. He's just trying to speed run Alberic's value. Maybe there was a bet. Maybe someone was betting, you know, will Alberic get over 3,000 value today? He's swinging it in his favor.
Unending glory is yours.
Well played, GG. All right, the only person that's beat me today is Maximillionaire. Everyone else has fallen to the might of the Bretonnians, period. Trebuchets were okay. Double Leviathan. GG. Sometimes they do. It's actually pretty popular against Bretonnia. Double Leviathan. Sometimes they take it versus High Elves too, but I think the High Elves, since the update, are a little better against that. Dang. 3k Barrack. He got more value than Boris and Ulrika combined. After 2 Boris summons. Killed the Patriarch. Hey, this is the Warbear Riders. You see? Not even summoned. Every other unit saw play except for this. I wonder why. It's almost like it's a bad unit. I should buff the Warbear Riders for Kislev next update. Although I don't know if that breaks a faction. We'll have to see. I look forward to all the qualifying players giving their input on what needs a buffing and what needs a nerfing. I think the nerfs are pretty well set. I don't think we need to nerf more. We already hammered Norska and Slanesh, which were the biggest problematic ones. Interesting. Pretty good. Green Knight with the 10 value. I think he got 1 attack in. Yeah, he killed 1 unit. How do you buff or nerf them? I purely operate on gold changes, so that if you're playing in other tournaments, you don't have to worry about the units feeling different, because I don't really want to... I don't want the game to feel like... I don't want my tournaments to feel like, oh my goodness, it's just completely different. You know, I have to learn a whole nother thing. No, it just opens up a little bit in the roster so that some matchups go from completely unplayable to playable. That's all we're doing. And then it's very easy to know that, like, oh yeah, this unit is X gold more expensive now, so I can't really make use of it if I were to play like a Turin Grand Finals or something. Dreadmon needs to be put into extended roster. No amount of nerfs is gonna make me accept that unit's existence. You say that, but people do not run the Dreadmon that often nowadays. Maybe against some factions. And they don't run it because it has such a huge effect on builds. I'm aware of that. People said the same thing about the Thunder Barge, though. And the Thunder Barge is actually in a fairly decent place right now, where it sometimes sees play. Very rarely. But it's not strong enough to be oppressive. But yeah, Dreadmaw should... So ideally, Dreadmaw should help against, you know, artillery, sniping shenanigans. But if your opponent doesn't go for it, it should be, like, prohibitively expensive. That's usually how a lot of these, like, good counterpick units play out. I know there's always going to be the argument that you don't like the unit design in general, but I think it's not the end of the world. Like, imagine you have like an artillery piece for 800 and they summon like a 2,000 gold Dreadmaw to shut it down. Are they really getting a lot of value off of that? Probably not. And then you actually have a game, you have some back and forth going. Alright, I'm just gonna preemptively get ready for Maximillionaire, because I think the odds are likely. I think the odds are likely. Yep, we're up. We're on Snowfield. Okay, people. Can I do it? Skaven Slaves, 10 gold. That would be kind of funny. I did have an idea where it'd be like cool to just have a bunch of buffs to specific units. But then they just become, you know, you just spam that single unit. I think the meta would get stale too quickly. And I wouldn't want to do it as a one-off, because I think not enough people are interested in that. Maybe if I have like an invitational, you know, 1v1 between players. Dreadmaw just invalidates certain playstyles. Well, yeah, for the price. So imagine the price wasn't 1k gold. It's like saying the Thunder Barge invalidates any faction without enough anti-air. But no, these factions are just man-tied, and the Thunder Barge can't kill them fast enough. I think it is fine. I'm totally, you know, I'm not gonna tell you that it's a fun unit, although I personally think the unit is fun, but fun is very subjective. And yes, it does define most matchups when you have to worry about it. I think at the current price point, 1300, it needs to get 1300 worth of artillery shutting down. And that is quite a bit. If the Dreadmaw kills 3 archers by the end of the game, then it only just pays for itself. Now, like, for some factions, that's still totally doable. But, like, to nerf it more is to just be like, yeah, we just don't want to see the Dreadmaw. Get him out of here. Dreadsorian riding a Thunder Barge. There we go. Done and done. Ship it. Gotta jump off. Peace. I'm gonna do my best. Maximillionaire is terrifying. I think I have an okay build. I have a very decent build. But will it be enough? I don't know. Gonna need some capture weight. The scary thing is you need to have enough ranged. You need to have enough ranged. But if you go too hard on the ranged, it also doesn't work out. Could try something like this though. This is okay. And then if you just take a straight up fight, how bad is that even? Just need a lot of cavalry, right? Just a bunch of cav. Alberic's anti-large turns any low tier cav into just destroyers of worlds. That's definitely a big plus. How do I feel about this? This is okay. And this right here, this is all right. I just need to be very careful about the main for squad. Kind of like where this is going though. All right, let's do it. What we got? How many builds can he possibly have against Bretonnia anyways? How many mix-ups can a man have? The thing is, this is a fairly common matchup. Bretonnia versus vampire accounts. So there is a good chance they're like 5 steps ahead of me in terms of meta shifts. The Dreadmaw, see, so Adler, that's the thing. People say that Kite is uninteractive. Personally, Don't take this the wrong way. I totally think, though, it's a skill issue. I think people see something that is hard to interact with, and then they just say it's uninteractable. Now, there's some parts that are uninteractive, but, like, there's a lot of back and forth with it. With actually being able to contest a Dreadmaw. I would not say it is uninteractive. Point being, like, just me playing Skaven, man. If I can dodge Dreadmaw with some wild Skaven maneuvering and have fun interacting with that, I think you're just not dodging enough, man. I do agree that some playstyles, some builds, are not going to work well against a Dreadmaw. And it will reduce that reduces the number of builds that you can bring. So the build variety goes down. But once you actually load into the battle, as long as your build doesn't suck. Okay, honestly, the Dreadmaw is still really strong. But I think it's far from making where you only have like 1 or 2 playstyles versus Norska. Pretty sure a lot of people wreck Norska with huge variety of strategies. Also, yes, I did take Battle Pilgrims. Yes, as a new player, I do 100% agree. New players are not going to know how to deal with Dreadmaw. I also think new players are bad at microing the Dreadmaw. But if that's an issue, then we just make it banned in new player tournaments. It's kind of like lead belchers. A lot of people don't like lead belchers in new player tournaments either. But I wouldn't make lead belchers get nerfed as a whole. Okay, so he does still have Wound to Death. That's fine. I'm gonna need a lock in for this one, people. He got a little bit of doggy damage. That's not too bad. Just a little bit of doggy deeps. Gonna shoot at the Crypt Horrors now. Just a little bit of deeps over there. Just a little sprinkling of the damage. And then I kind of need to have the Green Knight. I kind of need the Green Knight, unfortunately. But I can live with that. Okay, so some good little peppering on those Crypt Horrors. But yeah, Alberic can't fight this squad on his own. He's gonna need to be a little careful. I'm gonna need to play quite defensively here too. I'm just kind of slowing down the push a bit until I can get the squad going. And then I'm just gonna need to out micro Maximilianaire. Unfortunately for me. His single entity micro is very good, by the way. Oh yeah, this is gonna be decent. Okay. And now what? We get a little bit of hokey poking. Gotta be real careful with the Alberic. These human archers are gonna have to live too, which I also do not like very much. Oh yeah, it's gonna be decent. Okay, he chucks a Scab Scrath on these dudes. Fine by me. Gonna see if we can maybe bog them down. Lock one of the White Kings. Little bit of damage, nothing too crazy though. So that was not the craziest Scab Scrath either, mind you. We are going to catch the dogs too. Potentially a good pick. Just gonna leave these guys in reserve, swap them out. Oh, they just routed. Kind of disappointing, but it's okay. Now, I will need to actually put some pressure on. So Maximilianaire is not just walking forwards, he's taking his time. And that is okay. It's very alright. If I can just take a decent fight here, though, I'm happy. Let's get a little bit more of these guys. And then maybe a unit of cavalry with some cycle charging action. Green Knight made it out alive. Perfect. Okay, it's time. So let's get the battle pilgrims in. Let's charge these boys. Dogs will definitely be dead soon. And then we'll just fight it out. We'll just grind them. I was a little slow on the rotation with my hero squad though. That part's a little unfortunate, but we'll live. All right, now where's the Winds of Death? I know he has one planned for me. If I can just win this infantry grind though, I'm happy. I just have to play real low to actually spot it when it does drop, because when it does, it's going to be really nasty. At the very least, the DPS is okay. Maybe I can bait it out if I move these guys up. I don't know. The damage is not bad. Battle Pilgrims may be overextending a bit, so I just got to back it up. Whoop. Gonna see if we can bog these guys down. Ooh, very smart. This guy knows how to retreat. And okay, there's the Mortis. Green Knight's gonna have to be real careful. Alberic too. Oh, he miscast the Scab Scrat. That's huge, actually. Okay, wait. Well, wait just a darn second. Okay, I got a D-blob, though. This is good, though. This is very good. We got the Mani surround. Mortis has to dip. I don't know if you guys realize how huge that is. Oh my gosh. Come on. We're getting the hits on him. I'm gonna chuck out the debuff just to try and get him out of here. Okay. It's pretty good deeps. He's probably gonna live though. Yeah, he's gonna finally escape. That was a terrifying moment for my opponent, however. Okay, and the Battle Pilgrims are doing pretty well. I can also use my cavalry corps here to secure the point, maybe. This was a fairly good engagement. In his panic, he had to really get a lot of dudes in here. We dodged the Wind of Death. That's pretty huge, actually. Okay, all right. Now I just have to be wary of that Mortis is all. Mani's low though, and I will be able to secure a point. We have our caster over here. Really good. Okay, not too bad, and the infantry grind is still going pretty well. Very nice. Point is secured. We have the halberds all over the place. Not bad, not bad. Okay, I can start thinking about getting some in there too. The thing is, actually holding this point is going to take some time. Okay, just a couple crypt ghouls, not a big deal. It's not too bad. If I can keep this Mortis out of my face, I think we're okay. I'm going to go for the double Yeoman point steal too. Okay, he's going for a bit of a play. Sure. This is okay. Just a couple Blood Knights, not the end of the world. My dude should still be able to do pretty well there. I don't have any AFK units, which is great. The Green Knight looks like he will be able to barely stay alive. We'll just see how these Blood Knights do. You have some Cairn Wraiths that I gotta worry about. Okay, but maybe I can secure this point in this madness. Okay, and he's just pulling back. Okay, that's not too bad. Now I'm going to lose this point, but I might be able to secure this one, which is much more important for me. Maybe I can get a hit on Manny too. If the Green Knight sticks to him, that could actually end him, if I'm lucky. Green Knight gets a decent amount of hits. Doesn't kill him. Ooh, okay, wait, I have to be really careful, because those are Blood Knights. So Alberic's just gonna duck and weave. Green Knight gets a hit though. He heals himself, thus using a little bit of his magic, which I don't think he wants to be using very much. Green Knight's gonna need a dip, however. I do get the high ground point though, which is going to be really nice. That means if the grind continues, we are okay. Okay, a pretty solid heal over here. And I think I just need to, yeah, I just need to secure this point is all. I did not mean to summon an archer there. That's a big misplay, actually. But if I can just hold this, it's not too bad. He's probably going to kill the Grail Relique, but... you know, kind of grinding. I have a value lead of sorts, which is nice. And he chucks out a Rogue Wind of Death, which is not doing very much damage. I definitely need to spend my magic, though. I think the magic needs to be, yeah, the magic needs to be secured. Green Knight over here is kind of perfect, though. And we have a bunch of archers and a bunch of cav. That's not bad. I can use the main tide over here to secure this point. Very nice. Green Knight looks like he's doing fine, honestly. I think we're barely going to hold on to this one. So the question is, can he secure any of these points? My home point, maybe? Vampire counts are pretty slow on the rotation. Okay, nice. We did get the Blood Knights to pull away. We're just going to get a light charge and then a disengage because I don't need to overstay my welcome here. And then I think it's just going to be the fight for this final point over here. How exciting. Okay. If I can kill the dogs, it's great. I think I just need to flood this. Flood it with infantry. That'd take too long to clear out. I think that's the goal. Just keep the Blood Knights from sticking around for too long. Kill off that their Mortis engine. Make sure it's not too problematic. As long as it has to dodge, it's not too bad for me. And then maybe get another Grail Relique. These infantry forces here are just to stop the zombies. Let's chuck out a heal. Those archers are really bullying that Mortis. And the Blood Knights ain't doing too well either. I think we give them the finishing blow to get them off the battlefield. Let's get some men-at-arms. Okay. It's not too bad. I think we're doing okay. Actually, holding on is going to be a little difficult. As long as I don't lose this point, surprisingly, we're good. Mortis engine's dead, though. And Manfred is, yeah, he's real worried about this fight. Gonna accidentally dodge that Wind of Death, too. Still gets a partial on me, but not a big deal. Ooh, Alberic with the steel chair. Ooh, he doesn't get it. Oh, crap, wait. I'm losing this point. Wait just a darn second. Not the home point. And we're losing the high ground, too? Oh, no. Oh, crap, the caster didn't show up. It's okay, it's not too bad. But I'm gonna need to kill these White Kings. And I'm gonna need to get my points back really quickly. Oh, that's not good. I was hoping the men-at-arms would clear this out. But the Crypt Horrors are actually really annoying. He's just gonna use these guys as capture weight too. No! No, I think Maximilian is gonna do it. Let's see though. Maybe I kill Manny. And then we secure this point and then all is good in the world. I'm just gonna need as many dudes as I can possibly fit in here though. Okay. Well, we got him off the point. The thing is, I barely have capture weight. And I think that's going to screw me over. I'm gonna need some mounted yeomen for sure here. Now this point I should be able to secure in time. So I'm going to go for the yeomen. And the hope is I can just get enough dudes onto the battlefield. Let's get this sick explosion going. There we go, pretty nice. Got a bunch of knights. Got a bunch of knights coming in. They'll be great. And this one should be secured once I have the halberds here. It's gonna be a slow grind for sure. But I can still win on a double cap if I'm good enough. I'm just gonna need yeah, I'm just gonna need some yeomen. Oh boy. Get the yeomen here. Come on. They're weaving through the dogs. Come on. Come on. Yes. Do I win on a 2-cap? Oh, I certainly have a lot of time. Oh boy. Alberic is alive. Okay. I just have to hold this point. Do I win on a 2-cap? It's really hard to say. Oh boy. Okay, well I can hammer these guys here. And I can keep spamming the yeomen. Come on, baby. Okay, this will be good. Big old explosion. Yo, the Manfred kill. The Manfred kill might have done it. I don't. I have 100 seconds. Okay. All right, I have 100 seconds to get to the last point. Oh, that's going to be difficult then. Okay, all right, last point. You can see he's posturing to defend it. Oh boy, all right, so I got to really weave around then. Oh no. Now, that's not impossible to do, but I actually don't have that much time. Get all the knights, all the yeomen. Summon the yeomen. Okay, Green Knight is gonna just kill off this White King first. If he can get that done, we might be okay. Oh, that White King's slippery though. Okay, we gotta weave the yeomen around. Gonna check that out. I have capture weight. Okay, I do actually have capture weight. That's good. Gonna stop the crypt ghouls from getting in here. I'm gonna get the Green Knight in. Okay, Green Knight's doing his bestest. Shh. The mad dash. I have 28 seconds. 15 seconds. Oh boy, alright. I'll have as many dudes on the point as I could possibly throw on. 5 seconds. Oh my gosh. And he does it. Holy crap, GG, well played. I think he misplayed too. This just seems like a rough matchup for Bretonnia. Woo! No time though. Oh my gosh. I think if I caught on that I needed that point a little sooner, we would have been good. I also could have played the early game a bit better, but man, that was wild. Oh my goodness. The mad dash for the point. It took him a second to realize too. Killing off Manfred early on was really good for me. Green Knight got 4,000 value, which is insane. But yeah, that's just a tough one. Even with the archers getting 2k. The infantry clearing power is what Bretonnia lacks. The battle pilgrims are not bad, but they're no Forsaken. They're a little slow, which will make this matchup a lot more difficult. Got the Blood Knights. One Karen rate got 2k value though. But all right, raffle time. The raffle, it begins. Man, what a fight though. Maximilian are always a joy to face. Congratulations on the qualification though. at Maximillionaire. Congrats on the win. You get a DLC of your choosing. Can put and give inputs on the next balance patch. And they also get and you're qualified for the grand finals with a very close game. Man, even after the Mortis engine shut down though, that's rough. That's very rough. Oh man, imagine if Green Knight had a weapon. What do you mean? Yo, he cooked. Guy did amazing. You guys ever feel overwhelmed when you got both the chariot and cavalry in the same army? Yeah, it's quite a bit. But all right, raffle. We'll have it soon. You get a DLC, yeah, and the grand finals will be in 2-3 weeks. Maybe sooner. Maybe sooner actually. But yeah, and you get a DLC for winning. The prize pools are sponsored by CA, by the way. They give me DLC codes. Whew. Oh man, dude, that was crazy though. Did you lord throw properly? I tried, but Alberic just kept living. Horse Barrack was pretty cool. I like that. I could have won if I was a little better in the late game. If I was just a teensy bit cleaner. I also didn't use my magic as effectively as I should have. Or as I could have. That kind of held me back. Oh man, huge prize pool. I'll have to figure out how big it is. But yeah, maybe like a couple hundo. Couple hundo. I can't do it as big as Turin's, not just yet. But should be enough to have a good time. Get some high level gameplay going. Which is what I really want to see. As much as Turin has really good big events, they're sometimes very far apart. So I want like an in-between series. Oh man, so close. But alright. Looks like we have our raffle winner. Tobias. Congrats. You've won the raffle. Very nice. Yo. Let me know what DLC you'd like. And with all luck, I'll have it by tomorrow. Very nice. All right. Yeah, there's a cash prize in the finals. Alternatively, you can not play in the finals and let the other people fight it out. But you're missing out on a lot. You're missing out on changing the course of what the next meta balance patch looks like. Although they're not meant to change the meta that much. They're just meant to mix it up. Oh man, dude, that was so close. That match was actually insanely close. I do wonder, you know, if I could have done well with Foot Squires. The men-at-arm polearms are nice, but they're expendable. So they have expendable capture weight. Honestly, Bretonnia has pretty garbage capture weight. Because they're routable. But they also, yeah, they're routable. Like, Undead can make use of it a bit better because they'll actually stay on the point. Maybe if Undead lose capture weight if they're crumbling. But I think Undead have a lot that need to be changed around. And honestly, I could have won if I was just good enough. Oh, it was so close. It was so close. I wonder if I could have gone for a Wind Blast build too. You know, there's like some crazy strats where you do like maybe just clear all their infantry and then you win that away. A surprise wind blaster would be pretty hype. It's not like I was making use of my healing very much, and then you just go for like horse lewin. But then you don't get the bonus versus large. Regardless, it was fun. All right. Oh. All right, let's see. It looks like, apparently they want me to cast some replays. I will check out a replay. And then we can call it. Let me see. Let me see. Some adminning, but we might get a replay looking at. Oh, so we're actually gonna have a someone's kicking the raffle to someone else. All right. All right, just have some adminning and then maybe we look at some replays. All right, here. Ah, okay, yeah, so they do have a replay that they want me to take a look at. Sure, we'll do that. Why not? End off the day with some new player replay spectating, and then we'll call it. Apparently this one was cool. Let's take a look. Okay. And then I need to get all the DLCs going. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see here. And then I gotta manage this. I will say the DLC things it can be a little bit much. But it's not too much extra work. All right. We'll do a quick spectating of this, and then we'll call it. Empire versus Grandest Cathay. All right, so we got another one. Okay. There we go. I promise I get into this game in just a quick second. Ba-ba-ba. And bada bing, bada boom. All right. Whew. What is this? What's going on? Empire Knights? Empire Captain, that's pretty wild. Using the hold the line tech. I like the engineers. I'm less a fan of the captain. And we have a cannon plonking away at the Celestial General. All right. You can't play other factions. Fun thing about my tournament, it's actually going to be the same pick ban system as my regular tournaments. So if you want to mono faction it, you play a best of 3 with your one faction. Which should be quite interesting. I don't know what would be stronger, counterpicking or playing the mono faction. But if you think you are the best at the one, and you think no one can beat you in a best of 3 even when they're counterpicking you, do it. You can play greenskins all the way, you can play vampire accounts all the way. I think it would be pretty fun to see some specialists going at it, and some counterpickers also going at it. And then we can actually suss out what's better. I think that should be very fun. Pretty cool match, by the way. So Grand Cathay actually did bring in the Tiger Warriors. Look at them. They brought the sneaky Tiger Warriors who were buffed recently. Minus 150 gold. Quite the dramatic buff. Also, Lord did actually not take that much damage, but I think he got healed up. These guys are interesting. So they are skirmishers, but they're like one of the most expensive skirmishers in the game. And their range is like chameleon skinks, not Way Watchers. They do a bit of damage though. We're gonna see another volley. What's the shoot time on them? 6 seconds. There it is. Brutal. It's not that much damage though, is it? It's just a, you know, it's a few shots, killing a couple knights. I'm not that interested in them though, as the Empire has now caught up some peasant horsemen. Overall, I'd say things are going not bad. I like how they're playing defensive. This might be a misplay though. Empire going for the 3rd point. When you spread out in the front line this big, it's very easy for your opponent to just overwhelm one area, and then you start down trading. So I was kind of liking their position here. But the width is pretty bad. That's how you lose in detail. Definitely do not want that. But in general, they're fighting pretty well over here. A little chase off. These guys are out of ammunition. Let's take a look at their value. 165, 240, nothing too crazy. Not bad. They took the penetration away from stalkers, so they do meh damage. Oh. Well, that's rough. I wonder what they'd be like with good ranged penetration damage. Ooh, man. Oh, that's really bad, though. I believe we have some cannonballs incoming. Oof. All right. Yeah, that's pretty rough. And this is only happening because they went out from behind this hill. The poor Empire Greatswords dying for nothing. Oh my goodness, it's a massacre. A little rough, but Empire is still trading fairly well. They still have the double cap. And we're seeing a nice little skirmish game. Neither side is really committed to the fight yet, nor are they forced to, as the tickets are still quite small. Is the engineer for some kite damage, is cannons for kite damage. It's more so a battle of who can come out slightly on top. This might be a misplay though. Spear is overextending. Getting jumped by the tigers in the trees. How terrifying. As they rush on in. Look at that guy. Just got stabbed in the back. Same with that one. The devastating flanker. Gonna be killing off a couple spears. And I'd say Hobo Honkers is doing pretty well, kind of picking apart this here formation. Cannons are pushing up though. And I'd say this is generally pretty good. By pushing up the cannons, the Cathay forces lose a bit of space, and they can't do as much with like the crane gunners and the like. You have 2 cannons versus 1, so in theory you should win it. But you have to be very careful that you don't accidentally give flank shots to the cannons. Oh, and there's the dodge. Very nice. Very, very nice. So wait, is Tobias a new player or are they a veteran? I forget. They're doing pretty well. I would not say they are completely new, although I haven't faced them before, so I forget if I only recognize them from chat or if it's from tournaments. I don't want to be rude. Ooh, that's pretty bad though. Flank shots to cannons. Note to self, do not expose your flanks to those. This is good though. Great swords on tigers. Great swords are no mere men. Well, they are, but they're no spearmen. Much more comfortable fighting here, and actually should uptrade quite dramatically well into these guys. Tiger Warrior Stalkers also getting surrounded by cavalry. Their stats are pretty high, but their entity count is low, so they end up getting surrounded and kind of beat up because you lose melee defense when you're flanked. Honkers is ancient. Yeah, I know Hobo Honkers is not a new player, but I wonder if Tobias is. He played in turns last tourney. Ah. Still a fairly good match. Look at these great swords. They finally finished the trek. Their brethren left over here. and they will be charging into some halberds. That's a good trade for them. I'm gonna dabble in Dawn of War 4. I think it would be fun to play. I've been keeping my eye on it. I do like me some 40k games. Ooh, but this will be interesting. Great Swords versus Tiger Warriors. How does that go? Yeah, not bad, honestly. Tiger Warriors are surrounded. You got some cavalry coming in support. But Great Swords are specialists here. They got high armor. They got bonus versus infantry. Enough to land hits on these guys. Actually, quite a few. The melee defense isn't high enough. You can see they're getting chunked. But can they hold? Honestly, they're not doing that bad. They have pretty decent bonus versus infantry themselves. But they do lack the armor piercing, which is going to be pretty rough. Jade Lancers getting countercharged too. And a surprise Demogryph Knight over here in the middle. So right now, we're kind of seeing fights on all fronts. I do think... if Cathay relocates to the middle, though, then Empire is just going to be severely out of position. In fact, we have a four-front battle. We have the Demogryph Knights in the middle. We have some infantry fighting here. I think this is how Creative Assembly imagined domination would be played. But typically, the faster army should be bouncing around. It's kind of weird in this game, though, because both armies are quite slow. Cathay is a very slow faction. Empire is a very slow faction. So it could just be that the players figure that they're gonna need to fight for all the points, because going for one at a time is just gonna take a little too long. Empire Knights managed to escape. Cannons have been routed. I will say this is pretty brutal, but they did get a price reduction, so Empire Demogryph Knights aren't as bad as before. Great Swords did lose, by the way, to the Tiger Warriors. There was some Jade Lance support, though, but that's pretty rough. Tiger Warriors actually doing pretty well, especially at that 800 price point, but now it's the Empire's time to get the cannon shots in. Let's take a look. How brutal are they gonna be? Cannon shots incoming. Right into the middle of that formation. Mega damage on the Jade Lancers. And the Demogryph Knights hold strong. In fact, this is a fresh Demi Knight showing up. And Gelt is here too. Now is Gelt gonna check out some magic? We haven't seen much. I would love to see some Searing Dooms here, but a final transmutation on everything? Pretty good. Is that an overcast? No, he switches it. Into the Searing Doom onto this blob. Does it do damage to Tiger Warriors? Pretty decent. Even clips a couple Chroman. I don't know if Empire's gonna get this though. And then he recasts the final transmutation. Alright, I think it was an accidental cancel. But pretty nice. I think with the final transmutation, this point is takeable. But it's going to be a little sus. It might be a tiny bit slow, and Cathay can definitely summon units to counter. In the middle, they're doing pretty well for themselves. But on the home point, Empire is doing great. Honestly, so here's the thing. If you think about it, Empire went for this point, but they never actually got it. And I don't think they up-traded by going for this point either. Also, the Empire captain was kind of useless. He just died. But I think if Empire just focused on this middle point and used their artillery to their advantage and just sat around and plonked away, I think they would be in a much better situation. Decent Searing Doom on the infantry too. Searing Doom is best used on cavalry, but in a pinch, if there's no cavalry, you can check it out on the infantry just to help swing a fight a little bit. Cannon fight continues though. This is a very target-rich environment for both cannons, so they haven't been shooting at each other. They've been shooting at each other's cavalry, because most people would happily trade out their cannons for cavalry, as it just take too long to kill each other. But now that most of the cavalry is gone, it's back to the artillery fight. Oh no, this one's still shooting at the Demi Knights. Honestly, I think that's not a bad choice. This one's gonna die anyways, but killing the Demi Knights is a pretty big swing play. Well, these ones are still trying to focus us, but eventually they're gonna need to switch targets. Good shatter though. Kind of a close fight. I would say Tobias is not in a bad position though. Especially against someone like Hobo Honkers, this is pretty good. The big question though is whether or not they can secure the middle point. If you take a look over here, Demi Knights are dying. If you take a look in the middle, there's a lot of infantry. based off of future predictions, Empire's not going to get this. A lot of people only look at this arrow and they think that means everything. No. You got to predict the future. And the bar is going up a little too slow. These guys are going to make it in time. And there's no one showing up to help out. Unless, maybe if the Empire Knights do it. Maybe if the Searing Doom does it. Maybe my own future predictions are a little off. It's going to really depend. There is a unit of cavalry, but there's 2 units of infantry. It's actually going to be a little closer than I thought it would be. And Tobias definitely needs it. Big charge on the Jade Warriors. Oh my goodness. Are they going to do it? Ooh, big terror route though. There's only the Spear, Gelt, and 1 cavalry unit. They have the Claw Speaker, 2 units of infantry, and maybe another cav. Are we going to see more Empire cav show up? No, the captain's back. What do you mean? Why are you going for the captain, man? He's going to take 50 years to get there. Oh my goodness. Is it going to be enough though? I think it is. Hobo Honkers with the misplay did not secure the point. He could have left his cav on it and it would have been very close. That may have doomed him, or maybe he did the math and he thought he was going to capture anyways. But no, look, he does have capture weight. So he could have held it. So we can actually treat that misplay. Hobo Honkers is going to lose out on like 100 tickets because of that. Even if he does recapture the point. And that might be what makes him lose the game. Alternatively, maybe Hobo Honkers doesn't care about the points. And maybe he feels like he can just kill the forces of the Empire. Because it's actually looking pretty bad. Look at that. Some peasant horsemen charging in. Got the Tiger Warriors grinding up over here. The main melee force is dead. And unless we see just a mega final transmutation, I think it doesn't matter that Hobo Honkers took it a little slow. Looks like they felt, yeah, they can just win the value game anyways. Empire Captain rocking the 30 kills, 300 value. Technically, he's on his way to paying for himself, but still, I hate this guy. Looking pretty rough. And I don't think Empire can pull it back. Though it was a pretty fun fight. I think if they just avoid a few big misplays, they're pretty good. There were a few micro mistakes over here and not shutting down this force fast enough. Obviously, we have the overextension here. And Demigryph Knights going here is very sketchy. So if you think about it, it takes a whole minute for Demigryph Knights to travel this distance. In that time, your opponent just has to get the counter and support their artillery pieces. So it's very rare for an elite unit of cavalry to shut down backfield artillery. Generally, I would not recommend. But the micro was good. I liked it. And I like that they're using the buffed up Demigryph Knights. That is also very fun. Gelt was pretty cool too. Overall, I like the build. Great swords, pretty fun idea because they also just trade well into all things Cathay infantry. Yeah, maybe if there was a big melee grind in the middle, the Empire Captain could help out a bit. But this is a mega map. This is one of the biggest maps in the entire game. So, you know, that Empire Captain was just out of position constantly. He's still out of position. Look at this guy. Look at this poor sod, man. He's doing his best. He makes one last run for it. As the Knights are retreating. We have some Cathay cavalry. He's getting there. He's gonna capture the point. Oh. Very unfortunate. I hope I'm not bullying his Empire Captain choice too much. The poor guy's gonna be like, I'm never running Empire Captains again. Oh my goodness. And you shouldn't. This guy sucks. I wish he was better. I don't even know why he's bad. Some dwarf players run Thanes, but something about the Empire Captain, man. He's no Thane. Maybe it's a leadership. He lost his horse in a bet. On a horse, maybe. Though no armor piercing means he can't fight anything, really. Unfortunate. Fun game, though. That was actually pretty good. And honestly, pretty solid play. I like the cannon usage. Being able to out-artillery Cathay is a huge leg up. Because the faction, they're not the strongest at rushing, even with the Tiger Warriors. I love the greatsword picks. Build-wise, everything else went really well. Didn't overcommit on range units, which is a really smart play. Honestly, a close one. Love to see it. But there you go. I'm gonna call it a day. It was fun. It was a good old dandy time. I am gonna dip. Tomorrow, we're gonna be streaming again. And maybe I go for the Demons of Chaos rematch. Maybe I try out another faction. Have I played vampire counts yet? I can do a vampire counts mono day. That could be pretty funny. I could do a vampire coast. Did I already do coast? I think I already did coast. I think I already did Skaven. I've done a lot of them. I don't know what the next best thing is, because I don't want to do redos. I think I did Beastmen too. I haven't done... Have I done Lizardmen yet, maybe? I can check out the Lizardmen. Yeah, I've been avoiding vampire counts because they're quite strong. I did do a Slanesh day though, so I might... it might be I should do vampire counts. You know, now that Maximilianer is qualified and they give their ideas for balancing, it would be pretty cool if they suggest some things to debuff the main Tide vampire counts and give them a little bit more elite stuff. Because I think vampire counts becomes much more interesting. Like, I don't think the faction's too strong right now. I think they're about right because they get countered. But if you just make them a little bit weaker to kind of like the Empires, the Kislevs, the mid-tier shooty factions, and then you make them a bit stronger versus like the Wood Elves by making their cavalry better, then I think we have a proper faction. Chaos Dwarves? Did I do Chaos Dwarves? I think I did. Did you use the Life Bloom buff? If not, why not? He heals 1%, everyone, including those you cast Earthblood. Yes, I do know that. I just didn't take it because the caster was pretty cheap. There's also like not that much to heal. 1% is nice, but like even if I heal up my guys 5%, they're probably still routing in the same situations. But I do admit it could have tipped the tide of battle. But because this is mostly a battle of how quickly you can route units, I personally think it's a little overstated. Though it is not bad. I might have... I don't know. It's a very small change. I would have 100 gold less though. So if my army is 1,000 gold. Oh, let's say my army on the battlefield is like 5,000 and it heals 10% of that. That's 500 gold back. It's not bad. It's not bad. Other stuff is going to be showing up a little delayed. I don't know. I should probably take it though, honestly. Most of the time. Most of the time I should probably take it. Although you have to consider some of the healing is useless. Like the Green Knight and Elberic didn't really need the healing. It is pretty cheap. Yeah, I'll probably run it next time. Most lore passives are pretty decent. But alright, peace. I'm gonna dip. Have a wonderful day. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I need to double check though. Total Tavern. The next tournament is it an evening tournament? There should be 2 evening tournaments. Okay, no, they're all at 1 p.m. Whoopsies. I think one of them was oh yeah, there's some weird stuff here. I'm gonna need to contact the guy that helps me set these up. All right. Yeah, we don't want the evening viewers to miss out on some raffle prizes. All right, I think that's everything though. Thank you very much for coming in to watch. Your viewership is much appreciated. And of course, thank you very much to our supporters too. You guys are awesome. See you tomorrow, same time.